Hello there, it's the Immortal Adrian back here again. Welcome to Ark Survival Evolved. This is episode 3. And we're going to start moving around and getting some things. Let's look in our inventory. And firstly, there's a wild parasaur running around. Now, these guys won't hurt you. They're pretty tame. But he's running from something, so what is he running from? We've got to be careful we don't get killed. That's a Lystrosaurus over there. He's harmless also. He's not of anything to worry about. And all those other guys are too far away. We're pretty safe to carry on. So, going back to our inventory, on the other side of this inventory panel there's a panel called crafting. If we click on that, that will show us what items we're able to craft. And at the moment we can craft a stone pick and a torch and a notepad, but the notepad's really not much use to us. To craft a stone pick we need 1 stone, 10 thatch and 1 wood. The stone is pretty easy. We can pick up some stones off the beach just by moving over to it, standing next to the stone and pushing the E key, and you'll see on the left hand side it tells us we've collected 15 stone. For wood and thatch we come over to where there's wood and we left click and punch that, and you can see we've got 12 thatch from punching it. So we'll keep punching it till we've got some wood. Right, now we've got some wood. But don't punch too hard. If you keep punching, your health will go down, you will take damage. So just take as much as you need to get started. I've hit the I key again to open up our inventory. We've got some thatch, some wood and some stone. So if we go to our crafting tab, you can see that the pick is now highlighted. We can right click and we can actually craft 2, but we only want 1, so we're going to craft 1. It comes down to the crafting queue here and we can see it being made. And when it's made, where did it go? It's in your inventory. So always remember to switch back to your inventory. There it is there. So what we do with this, we drag it down and put it into these item slots down here. There's 10 item slots. And that makes it quick. It's in slot 1 now, so if I push the number 1 key, there it is. Push the number 1 key and he puts it back. So whenever you need to quickly grab your pick, you can click number 1 and there it is. Now with a pick we can get a lot more thatch and a lot more wood, and it doesn't hurt. We can whack away all day and it doesn't hurt. We don't take any damage. So there's our pick. And the next thing in our crafting is a torch, and it says we need 1 flint. We don't have any flint. We've got the stone and we've got the wood. Now flint is, we get that from a rock, and here's the rock over here, and if we use our pick you can see we're getting flint and a little bit of stone. So if we use a pick we get more flint than stone. If we use an axe or a hatchet we get more stone than flint. That's something to get used to as the game goes on. So now we should have enough items to build the torch, and we do. So we can right click that, we can craft 1, comes up in our crafting queue here, and then it gets placed in our inventory. Go over to the inventory tab, find the torch, drag it down into slot 2, and so now if we push the 2 button, there's our torch, and when it's dark we're ready, and we will need that when it gets dark. There's a little dodo bird. He's going to be useful later on. What we're going to do now is level up. We've got a few points now. I'm just coming over here where it's nice and safe. This is our little spot at the top here of our peninsula. This is what we'll call our home for now. It's nice and safe. So if we go to our inventory and we see these points here, it's telling us, there's me, Adrian, and I'm level 1. Tribe of Adrian at the Footpaw. That's the name of the spot that we're at. So we've got 3 experience points and each one of those we can click on any one of these and increase any one of these attributes. The first thing, I like to put a couple of points on health. So I've put 2 points on health. That's taken us up to 120 health, and that will slowly now increase and give us that 120 health. The last point I'll put on weight, because the more weight we can carry, the easier our life is. So now we're level 4. We've taken on 3 extra points. This is where we started. This is what you get when you open. And then your first point, you can have these. The next level you can have these, and the next level you can have all of these. Now what that means, these are engrams. Up here we've got 24 engram points, because I've turned the XP up, and that's why we're going through it so quickly. So we're going to use these points, and we want these items. And the first thing we want is a stone hatchet. So we can click the stone hatchet here, and down here it says learn stone hatchet, engram, 3 engram points. Click that, it uses 3 points, gives us the hatchet, gives us the engram for the hatchet. So while I'm here, I'm also going to learn the spear and the campfire, because this is level 2. And I'm going to close this now, and we're going to have a look in our inventory. Click the I button and have a look in our crafting, and we'll see we now have a hatchet and a spear and a campfire engram. The hatchet and the campfire are highlighted because we've got enough items to make that, but we don't have enough items to make the spear. We need fibre. So we're going to make the hatchet. Right click, craft 1 straight away, and maybe there's enough left to make the campfire. Yes, there is. So we'll take the hatchet and put him in slot number 3. Now for the spear we need fibre, so we're going to close that, and to get fibre we come over here to these little herbaceous ferns and things, and we stand near it and push the E key, and just hold the E key, and while you're holding the E key he forages and grabs all the stuff that he can. And you'll see on the left hand side we got fibre going up, 116 fibre. We're also getting berries and seeds. So this is where you get your fibre and your berries and your seeds. And so what we've got now, if we look at our inventory, we've got these seeds, we've got plenty of flint, narco berries, stim berries, various berries. I've accidentally made an extra hatchet here. Okay, this is a rookie mistake. What I've done is I've dragged the engram for the hatchet down here instead of the actual hatchet. And what that means is if you drag, like I drag the spear engram in here and then click 4, he doesn't equip a spear. Instead he makes a spear. Have a look down here, you can see there's a spear being made. So try not to make the same mistake that I just made. We don't want the engram in here, we want the actual item, the spear, in here. And we need more than 1 spear too. So what are we missing to make a spear? 8 wood. So as I mentioned that we use our pick to get a lot of thatch from the wood, we use our hatchet. Press number 3. Hatchet will give us a lot of wood. We've got 76 wood. So now go back to the inventory, back to crafting, and we can right click and craft all 3 of these spears. Now because we've already put a spear in slot 4, as the spears get made they will automatically be put into slot 4. So this is the last one being crafted, and we're done. We've got 4 spears in slot 4, and we use our spears to kill the animals with. So if we have a look down the right hand side, you can see better while this is in the shade, our weight is getting up a bit. Our water is about half gone and our food is about half gone. So we'll put our hatchet away, we'll come over to the water. To have a drink, all you have to do is stand in the water about ankle deep and then hit the E key. and he drinks, and his water fills up. You can quickly look here, you can see the water is now full. But we need some food. We've got some berries. Now, eat the berries, the purple ones, the yellow ones, the blue ones, the red ones. But don't eat the white ones, and don't eat the black ones. So black and white. White ones are narco berries. They're a narcotic. They'll put you to sleep. The white ones are stim berries. You use those to make stimulant with. If you drink those, if you eat those, you'll get thirsty. So save those and don't eat those ones. You can either right click here and consume, and you'll see the food goes up a little bit while I'm consuming, or you can drag it down, and I use slot 9 for my food, and now I can just click the 9 key and he eats, and I can click the 9 key 4 or 5 times, and that food value will slowly go up. You can see this meat down here. That means food going up. His food will continue to go up while he's digesting the amount of berries that we ate. So that's pretty much all of that. You can see we're carrying 67 kilos of 110 kilos now. So we're going to have to deal with our weight. We've got one more point, and I'm going to end the episode there. And in the next episode, we're going to build a campfire, and the campfire is useful for a number of purposes. So for now, we're logging out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.